During these tough times, a lot of people have had to adjust to different working environments. Let's check in with my parents to see how their jobs have changed. What is your job and how has it changed since we have been home?
So I am an assistant principal at an elementary school in Decatur Township, which is in Marion County or part of Indianapolis. And my job has changed significantly since we've had to stay home. I'm not able to be with my teachers, my colleagues, and my students every day. Normally my days would be filled with meetings with teachers, working on planning, working on interventions for students, as well as student discipline. And now I'm trying to find ways to do all of those tasks from my dining room table. So one element that's made it even a little bit more difficult is we're also trying to wrap up the school year. So I'm trying to find new and electronic ways to do tasks like putting students into class lists for next year. And normally that's something that we involve a lot of different people and opinions with that process, but we're trying to find a way to do it all by spreadsheets and electronically. So it has been a challenge, but it's also had some bright points.
How is your district handling the stay-at-home order?
So I feel my district has handled the stay-at-home order as well as can be expected. We are actually in a really solid position as far as e-learning goes. All of our students in grades 1 through 12 have one-to-one iPad devices. Now, our students in 1st and 2nd grade did not take those iPads home at all until the day before we went on e-learning. So we kind of had to make a last-minute, very quick, very unorganized decision to send those iPads home, but it's really paid off. We're also very lucky that we have a grant from T-Mobile that any family in our township can actually have a free hotspot to get Wi-Fi internet access at home. So even though many families didn't take advantage of that at the beginning of the year, they have since then picked up Wi-Fi hotspots and are now doing their e-learning from home. We have not had to create and pass out packets and figure out ways to collect packets from students. We are doing all of our learning electronically. So kind of a bright spot in how we've handled all this is our teachers. There have been some teachers I work with that I've been trying to coach for years to really integrate technology and use technology, and maybe they've been a little hesitant to do that, but now they've had no choice but to jump in and get started with e-learning, and they've actually just taken off and done amazing things and are just finding new ways to engage and connect with kids daily. So we're really proud of our teachers and all of their hard work and all of this.
How can students at your school stay positive and get their work done during these tough times?
So that's a really tough one to stay positive all the time. I know right now it's a challenge for all of us to adjust to being at home and not being able to be social and do all the things that we're used to doing. So some of the things that we're doing with our students is just really encouraging them to connect on Zoom with their teachers. All of our teachers in our building are hosting Zoom meetings with classes where sometimes it's not always focused on learning. Sometimes they play games or do show and tell or do kind of emotional check-ins with kids. So we're really just encouraging kids to stay connected with their classroom, with their teacher, and it's a great chance for them to see their friends. We're also encouraging them to just keep working hard with their e-learning. Their teachers are available throughout the day to help them with any difficulties they may have, and any work and activities and learning that they do now is just going to help them for their futures and to stay on track for next year. So we're encouraging them to stay positive in that way. We've also made just a few kind of fun videos and things like that to engage kids and let them see their teachers' faces. It's hard to stay positive at all times, but our teachers and students are doing a great job, and we're going to keep trying.
What is your job and how has it changed since we have been at home?
Thank you for that question. My job is Director of Teaching and Learning for Avon Community School Corporation. I'd say the biggest way that my job has changed since we've been home is I don't have the interaction with teachers and kids as much as I used to. I absolutely love getting into buildings, getting into classrooms, supporting teachers and kids, and it's different now. We're certainly growing in the way we can connect on Zoom, and that's exciting. So we're continuing the great work that we're doing. It's just certainly a lot different than it was several weeks ago.
How is your district handling the stay-at-home order?
Great question. It certainly is challenging as we were one of the first districts impacted in the state and indeed the country. I am so proud of the way our district is responding. Our teachers have gone above and beyond to support kids and families. What they're providing for their students is unbelievable. They have worked really hard to provide the best experience that they can possibly can. As a district, we continue to reevaluate as things change from the DOE, from the state. We have to reevaluate what that means for our kids, families, and teachers. So we've rapidly responded to those needs, and again, couldn't express how proud I am of how they have responded.
How can students at your district stay positive and get their work done during these tough times?
Another great question, Dawson. I really think of three things when I think about, continuing to do our work during these challenging times. First, we have to take care of ourselves. Make sure you take time and to kind of really think of those mindful practices to make sure that we're balanced, again, because this is a challenging time. Two, I encourage our students to stay connected, and by that I mean stay connected to your friends, stay connected to your family, and stay connected to your teachers. They're there and willing to help, and this is different. It can be challenging, but it can also be fun. But we're here to help, and I know your teachers will certainly do that. And the third one is just do your best. That's all we can ask, and give yourself grace during that time, but really focus on doing your absolute best.
Those were some great answers. Now let's keep trying to stay positive during these difficult times. For AHS News, I'm Dawson LeMay.